All right, Trevor, our second story, we actually are keeping this person anonymous. Okay. So I'm not going to share the name, or we didn't do audio for it either.
Okay.
So I'm just going to tell you their story a little bit and what they've been going through. Basically, they own their own business. And right now, the husband is basically working 16 to 20 hours a day, as you do when you are starting and building a business. Mm-hmm. And it's barely covering costs. Mm. And that resonated with me because, you know, in business for self, I'm sure it resonates with you too, where you're just pedal to the metal, you're grinding and grinding, and then nothing's coming from it. Right. Yeah. And it can be really hard in those moments because you have to, you know, plant the seeds before it can grow. But how long can you wait before it starts to grow and, you know, you really can get the fruits of your labor?
Self-doubt and all that stuff starts creeping in. Oh, and I made a mistake. Exactly. Yeah, it's not like we've all been there. Absolutely,
exactly.
Yeah.
So I could feel that for them.
Yeah.
And of course, they've had to have those hard discussions about possibly closing the business. And I had a business that I did close, and I felt for her. I know what that conversation is like with yourself in your head, but also with your partner.
Yeah.
And, I'm sure Matt can attest to hours of conversations, you know, about that. And it's hard because you put your heart and soul into something, or you put your best efforts in. And then when you start to look at the hard numbers and you realize it's not going to work.
Yeah.
It's really hard. And depending on how much you've put into it, how much of your identity gets wrapped into it and all that kind of stuff, that can be really hard to walk away from.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
And so I felt for them on that level for sure. And of course, when you're grappling with that decision, it's stressful and it can make you physically ill with that stress and that anxiety. So that's going on for them.
Jeez.
They're also expecting their second baby.
Oh, wow.
And have a little one at home. So that's a lot to deal with as well, just in life.
Yeah.
So it was interesting though, as we were going through this, she said to me, you know, I feel a little bit guilty because I've heard some of the stories of the people that you guys have put packages together for with Airdrie Angel. And it's not like that for us. Mm-hmm. And I said, but you are taking a huge risk with business ownership.
Yeah.
And that's hard.
Absolutely.
It's not easy. And it might not be the story that everyone expects, but it's a story that certainly, I don't make the selections, but I felt connected to this one.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah.
You know?
I mean, that constant, you have to keep your foot on the pedal, never take a break or it's going to be over.
Exactly.
That's like no safety net.
Nothing.
You're out there. Having a second child. I mean, I couldn't, I would be very maxed out.
Exactly. But she was incredibly grateful. And what wasn't in her nomination because it hadn't happened was a series of really, really sad events. I won't repeat them in, you know, wanting to keep it anonymous, but just passing away of people and that kind of stuff in her life very, very recently.
Yeah.
And, you know, when you now add that onto it, she said, when I found out, I cried tears of joy because it was good news in a long string of bad news. Yeah. And I just thought, yep, that's what this should be. Yeah. That's what this should be. So I'll share with you what her package was.
Okay, yeah.
First of all, we started off with blankets from Project Linus.
Oh.
So one for the baby on the way and then one for the toddler.
Yeah.
We had a house cleaning from Pink One Cleaning.
Awesome.
Which is fantastic. Any new mom or pregnant mom can always love that. Big Hill Springs Plumbing and Heating did a grocery store gift card for $200.
Awesome.
100 Men Who Give a Damn did a fuel gift card for $200. We also did a gift card for dinner out for them if they can sneak in a date night.
Yeah.
But it also has the opportunity for them to be able to order in because it's hard sometimes to get out, or new baby and all that kind of stuff.
Absolutely.
So she said, I'm going to save these for after the baby is born. Very wise. We also had from David Bowman Painting gift card for a home store, like home renovation type stuff.
Okay.
Just again, helping stuff around the house. And what was interesting when I told her about that, she said, after going through this and trying to build up the business and everything, we never really even did a nursery for our first child. Yeah. And maybe we can do something now for our second, which is really cool. So we also had a gift card from the Triple Sweat event, which was push cycling, F45, and 9-round boxing. And we were able to get them a $200 gift card for a baby and toddler store so they can get all the things that they need for that. And finally, from David Bowman Painting, we had $500 cash. So pretty exciting stuff. They were extremely grateful. And, I hope, like we were saying with the other story, it's just that deep breath. Yeah. And when you're going through the stress with the business and young family, you can always use a deep breath, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.